Hey, Westbrook, welcome to the ROCKstar Report. We always ask, what if we can? And this is going to be kind of short and sweet. And you're like, thank goodness, because the last ROCKstar reports have been really long, Brooks. But I want to get out of here to get to the glow dance and help set up. So short it will be. Let's talk about this week. I love reading week, or read across America week, or let's read a lot week. It's referred to as a lot of things, and I always mix them up. So that's this week. We had a lot of fun. So the library, it was a surprise, but she blacked out all the windows and made sure it was super dark. And the kids had a flashlight and would go searching for their books with a flashlight. And then they got to read wherever they wanted, like under the table. Some grades got to sit on the tables. And they had a fun time. And it's just so great because they're learning that reading is fun, and that's what we want. So we're going to keep doing that. And then, the fun dress-up days were excellent, and the anything but a backpack day was super fun. I was laughing. I loved it. I love how creative the kids were. That was awesome, and I'm sure that you guys had played a little part in that as well. There were activities at lunch, so there was coloring, making bookmarks, fun things to do. Tie that in as well. And today we had 2 assemblies with some of our favorite authors. One, Charlie Rapp, who's a parent here, and he just wrote a second book. So today he read a book that he loved from his childhood, and then he talked about why he liked that book, and he just shared a lot of things, asked the kids some questions, and they had the best answers. They were clearly listening, paying attention, and they had very great answers. And then they asked really good questions, and it was so fun. And then Jessie Bennett came, another local author who just keeps writing awesome books about being kind to others and spreading the love. And I have to tell you a story about a 5th grader that said, I wanted to check out the book Ripple because I wanted to read it with my little buddy and just kind of share how we can be kind and spread kindness to others and just make others feel good. But I decided I didn't want to check it out because there might be somebody else who really needs to read that book, and I want it to be there for them when they need it. And I was like, that is so thoughtful and amazing. But that's kind of what Jessie, that's how she wants us to think, and just encourages greatness, and it's awesome. And then a lot of classes, because we had brought a blanket today, we were in our pajamas. They were outside reading. The weather was beautiful. They just had fun, a lot of buddy classes reading together, and it was just a great culmination to a wonderful week. And speaking of reading, book club, I'll say it. Well, you're going to hear a lot about it. That's fine. But if you told me that you're interested, you received an email from me with a small little form about where we meet and all that stuff. I don't think I was very clear because I've had some questions. If you'd like to join the book club, just send me an email and I will get you connected and we'll get started. I think we'll probably have our first meeting in about 2 weeks. And I am trying to make it so that we can all be there. From what I can gather from the information I have, we're going to meet in person, and I will have childcare available if you'd like. So anyway, let me know if you want to join. The book is The Gift of Failure, and I'll share the info one more time. Also, I want to give you just a little excerpt from the book because that's what I'm going to do every week in the ROCKstar Report as we read the book. But in the beginning of the book, the author talks about how she's actually a teacher, and she was noticing this one particular student was having a really hard time, and she asked the student a question. She's like, what's going on? And the student literally said, I am afraid to fail. I just am afraid to fail, and I can't even try this because I am not sure what I'm doing, and I'm afraid I'm going to do it wrong. And I don't know if you remembered in the beginning when I talked about how resilience is building up the capacity is the capacity of not knowing something and knowing something. And the longer that you can sustain that, which means it might be a harder task, is how resilient you are. If you are super smart and everything comes to you super easy, then you are never spending time in that area of the unknown. You see it and you know the answer, right? So those students who are always getting it right, and they're always receiving positive feedback because they're always getting the things right, and their parents say, you're so great, and the teachers say, you're so smart, then what do they do when they're up against a task where they think they might not know the answer? They freeze because they don't know what it is to fail, and they don't see failure as an opportunity to learn. So take that smaller scale. When our child can't do something and we do it for them, they are not learning how to do it. They're not given the opportunity to fail, and it's done for them. So the more we do that, the more they expect that things will be done for them. It's a lot easier that way. So it is so important that we're providing opportunities to fail, big or small, and letting our child struggle through it, because that will help them so much. And when they're learning in school, to even praise them for trying something and making a mistake and then doing it over or figuring out why they did it wrong. But the idea of some of the students who are kind of viewed as the smartest and highest achieving, many of them are absolutely afraid and don't know how to fail. So provide those opportunities as a gift for your child. And with that, I say, take it, put it away, put it in your pocket, save it for later, but let's go dance at Chilton at the Glow Dance. All right? Okay, I'll see you all soon. Have a wonderful weekend, and thank you for watching this episode of the Rockstar Report, where we always ask, what if we can?